Yeah, Divya, go ahead.
Hello, PMCUSA viewers. Welcome to first episode of Open Discussions with Pyramid Masters, and a happy International Yoga Day to you all. My name is Divya. I'm from Atlanta. First of all, let's convey our pranams to Dr. Brahmashri Patriji and to all the viewers here today. Last week, we have enjoyed the inauguration of this program, and we understood the key of this program is openness of mind and heart through discussions. With this, I would like to invite the two grandmasters to this platform here today, Girija Rajan ma'am and SK Rajan. Girija Rajan ma'am being senior third eye master, she has given plenty of services to PSSM since many years, and she has worked as PMC Tamil director also. SK Rajan sir being chairman of IFSS, and he has also been awarded Jnana Ratna for his service and compilation of Thinking and Destiny book. And he's always been a great support to ma'am. So I would like to invite these two masters to our platform here today. Welcome, ma'am, and welcome, sir.
Well,
Thank you, thank you.
thank you.
So, sir and madam, we have heard your journey and we are eagerly waiting to hear more about it. So, you have given us the topic, the great ways. So, why is it and what is it?
Yeah. In fact, for going to any destination, we have so many ways, so many methods of transport. Okay. So now, the great way means in all our lives, we start thinking about the method of reaching our destination and attaining our life purpose. The life purpose which we normally have is already determined in our past lives, but we invariably forget that we have chalked out a method and chalked out a purpose for each one of us. But as we come from the service road into the national highway, we remember that we have chalked out certain points and certain ideas and certain goals for each of us. So the great way indicates that it is a royal way, it's the best way possible for us to attain salvation and to reach an elevated state in the course of our journey on this planet Earth. So this is the name given by Gautam Buddha and later by Harold Baldwin Percival in his book Thinking and Destiny. In that book, we found that one of the chapters and one of the best cream of spirituality is contained in the last chapter of the book, which says the great way, which means the moment you have adhered to all the principles of spirituality and become a true peaceful warrior in our life, then we slowly come into the gateway, the gateway and the great way and the royal way, so that we are able to help humanity in the course of their lives. So these are the words given by Harold Percival, who says, unless your mind is focused and your body is also equally focused to do things for the benefit of society, you will not be even going anywhere near that great way. So it is up to us to elevate ourselves and have more and more knowledge, self-knowledge through Swadhyaya, through also Sajjana Sangatya, and ultimately through intense dhyana that we try to achieve this goal of great way and for ultimate salvation. So this is what he meant, and this is what we are trying to understand in the course of reading the book Thinking and Destiny and so many other spiritual books offered by spiritual masters. In fact, Thich Nhat Hanh has said in one of his books that the moment Gautam Buddha, after his intense meditation and trying someone who is able to empty his mind, the moment he is able to do that, empty his mind and come into a state which is nearer to enlightenment, he is the person who is able to achieve the great way or get into the great way. So these are the words of Krishna also, that when you are closer to enlightenment, you are at the end of the great way. Any you have anything to say?
Thank you, madam.
Okay, thank you, sir. It was a very profound explanation.
In
Ma'am,
fact, yeah, I'll continue. In fact, all of us know we have just completed Yoga Day. Now, what does yoga mean there? Yoga means the unity of body and mind, and the union of body and mind. This is what yoga means. So, when yoga takes place, when the union of body and mind takes place, that is the time we really reach a blissful state. Because Linda Goodman has said in many of her books, and particularly in the book Star Signs, that unless the body and mind are aligned, there will be a lot of reasons to look into why the body is suffering. So, to stop the gaps, it is up to us to remove all the gaps between body and mind so that there is no illness at all. Anything you want to add? Thank you.
yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Madam, I have a question for you. You are a senior third eye master, so many of our masters get disappointed or discontent sometime during the journey that why we can't experience third eye. So what is your message for such masters?
Yeah, it depends upon the energy levels. Third eye has to open. Everyone has got a third eye, it has to get open. But only thing is, we don't conserve that much energy in order to open the third eye. Third eye can be opened also, but the seeing can be done only with lot of energy. So you should accumulate so much energy. At the same time, you should see that your energy is not wasted by unwanted thinking, unwanted speech, unwanted eating, unwanted emotions, and unwanted actions. So all these areas you should be very careful. Then third eye can be open. Along with that, you have to do, as Rajan said, sadhana, swadhyaya, sajjan, samriddhi. All the three, and taking care of your energy will help you to see through the third eye.
Shrikant Garla is here to ask a question.
Madam, namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, Shrikant. So nice to see you.
It's always pleasure, madam. Pleasure to meet you and sir. And thank you very much for accepting this invite and joining us so early in the morning. And today is our first day session. And thank you very much for blessing and joining this session, madam. It's always so happy, so energetic just by seeing you. Yeah, thank you, madam. My question is on behalf of all the masters here who practice, and they ask this question, and I wanted to bring this question and get it answered from you, madam. So, with the continuation of what Divya has asked, right? So, for some people, there is voice coming from inside, but they do not know whether it is coming from the mind or whether it is coming from intuition. So how do you identify which voice it is? So that is the general question people ask, madam. So need your clarification.
Yeah. There will be Vani. Along with the seeing, there will be Vani. That is the sound also will be there. But your mind's voice always is trying to make you fearful, gives a lot of fear. So it's cautious. That is a sort of voice that's a thing that you will get to hear from the mind. Whereas if it is intuition, if it is from somewhere else, if it is your own higher self or somebody else, some other master, then it won't give any fear. So when there is fear, there is no godliness. So that we should understand very clearly. So it always cautions. The mind's voice always cautions us. So that sort of voice is to be neglected, and we should give importance to the other voice, which is from you or from other source. It is through the third eye. All you can see, you can hear, you can taste, you can have the feeling of touch, you can even smell everything through the third eye. One third eye, and all the other functions are also done through the third eye.
Perfect, madam. Thank you very much, madam.
It's my pleasure to see you both, Madam and Sir, and in this platform. Thank you for accepting my request and being here today. And I have a question from the participants already posted to me personally. Question is, what are the benefits of knowing third eye, and how can be helpful in our daily life? So, can you give me clarity on this question, madam?
Yeah, definitely. There is a third eye means it's one of the chakras. There is sixth chakra. So if third eye opens and if it is clear, that is, it is perfected. You cannot have only a third eye, but the perfected third eye should be there. So when there is a perfected third eye, there is a lot of seeing through the third eye will enable you to see it perfectly, very clearly, because you will train yourself to see it perfectly. So when there is a perfect third eye, there is a lot of power. Your words will pick up power, your thoughts will pick up power, and what you think will materialize. So all these things are through the third eye only. So if you become a perfected third eye master, then definitely so much of benefit is there for daily life. Because your thoughts will get materialized, they will come true, and also your words, others, it will reach others, and then it will benefit others. So because you are going to speak only for the benefit of others, so others will get benefited through you because of the power of the third eye. The words also will become. If the third eye means it is a soul. So if it is the soul gets more powerful, then what will happen? Everything that you say becomes very beautiful words. Will definitely go and help others and help the society at large, and then finally you also will be benefited through that. So it is a win-win situation for both. So having a third eye and perfected third eye is a must. It is one of the key words in spirituality. So all should open the third eye as well as see through the third eye and perfect the third eye. You should keep on having that sort of energy all the time. So it takes time, but it is not impossible. All can try, but not waste energy. Then you can take 41 days and never waste any energy. Less of talk, silence, then maintain silence, then less of thinking also, and more of meditation. So with all that, you can achieve that state. And then with the perfected third eye, definitely one can achieve so many things in daily life.
Okay, thank you, madam. So until the perfection of third eye, we should continue our meditation in our daily practices. And I heard some of your videos about Agastya Mahamuni wisdom. Can you share with us, madam, today?
Definitely. Once we were in E Road in Tamil Nadu. At that time, we had I used to have daily classes, that is 3 or 4 times classes every day. So people used to, physical classes. People used to come and do meditation, and I used to explain some concept, and it was going like that. On one such occasion, one Mrs. Lata had come to our house, and she wanted me to take me to one place called Siddhar Kovil. That's about 5 kilometers away. So from my house, So she came the next day afternoon, and we all left by about 11 o'clock. We left for the venue, and then there in Agastya's Kudil is there. There is a small hut. There are so many huts for so many siddhas. It is on the banks of the river Kaveri. So all the siddhas means sannyasis are the people who have attained siddhis. So many different type of powers they would have attained. So that siddhas, there are so many 18 siddhas. That is what is told in South Indian literature or books. It is said like that. So many wonderful powers they will have. So they have paved the way for the life to be led by a common man. So they are all worshipped. Mostly in the whole of India, great masters used to be worshipped. So they had this kovil, that is the temple for all these siddhas. So one such temple was for Agastya. The Agastya Kudil, it is written there. So we went and sat there. We didn't know where to go, but it was quite convenient to sit there. So under the hut we sat. And three of us, that is David, the driver, then Mrs. Lata and myself. Three of us sat for meditation. And suddenly I opened my eyes because the crow was disturbing. It was scratching the thatched roof, and it was making such a bad noise, unbearable. So I could not continue my meditation. I opened my eyes. But to my astonishment, I saw Lata and David both in deep meditation. I was so shocked and surprised also. So I felt a little bit ashamed, because I thought, as so many years of meditation, I am not able to overcome that sound and withstand that with patience. And these two newcomers have withstood that with patience. Why should I also bother? So I again close my eyes, and I will somehow overcome this trouble and then go into deep meditation. So as I closed my eyes, the crow started flying. Through my third eye, I saw the crow flying. So I also started flying behind the crow. So it took me to a place. Then after some time into the sky, after some time the crow disappeared. Then I could see the entire sky full of green, like a carpet, green background with red bulbs here and there. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Whole sky was that. I was really shocked, because for a short time, for a moment, I was fearful also. I became very excited, because to see the whole scenario, it was so beautiful. At the same time, so huge that I could not really withstand that. But somehow I continued. Then a voice came and it said that I am Agastya. Hereafter, in future, I will come in this form, like a carpet. Then I said, oh, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming into the meditation. Well, at that time, at that part of time when we went there, it was very hot summer, and there was no rains, and people of India were struggling a lot for water. Drinking water also was scarce. So nothing could be done. All the so many wells have dried up, no water from the borewell also. They were all suffering. So, sir, Master, please send rains to this place so that people can be happy and they will have at least drinking water. So, Agastya came, his voice came very boldly. He said, come with me. I just started going along with him. Then he straightaway showed me, see, all these fish have all died because of some industry waste. That waste has been mixed with Kaveri water and polluted, and then thousands of fish is dying. So because of that, every day. So how can I see, as a creator, as a at the helm of spirituality, he will have compassion for all beings. So he wanted the fish to live. He didn't want them to die of life because of man's carelessness. Man is spoiling the nature like anything. So environment, everything is spoiled. So he's not careful. He doesn't protect it. So because of that, the nature also will not protect him. Let him suffer and learn. He said like that. Then again he said, come along. Then I went behind, and he took me straight to Bagamandla, and under the Earth, that is Bhagamandala, is a place where in Karnataka, where Kaveri takes its origin.
So
From
it
there,
originates.
our origin is from there. So Kaveri, the huge river, originates from there. I could see that coming out, the water coming out of the earth like a fountain. It comes out, and we went. He took me below the earth, and I could see so many masters. So many masters are sitting there and meditating. They are all meditating in order to give the force for the water underground water to go up. There is no water, but huge amounts of water is coming out. How it is possible? Because of the meditation power of so many masters sitting there and meditating. So the entire nature is for man to live happily here. But we don't protect that, we don't understand. Man doesn't understand that. So he spoils the nature. So because of that, we get into trouble. So let him suffer and learn. Then he took me directly out. We came out. I was so thankful to him for showing me all that. Then we came through the coast of Kaveri, so beautiful. But I was so very much upset seeing so many fish being dead there, floating there on top. And then we came straight away to that temple, that place, Siddhar Kovil. Then he disappeared. So till that time he came and he told, I will come in this form only hereafter. And so many days he has come like that. Then we came, then after that the meditation was over. I told my experience to Mrs. Lata. Then 3 of us came back. And then they dropped me at home. I went inside. I had cooked and I had eaten my food and I was waiting for my husband. Then I think I thought I will go into meditation. So I was so very happy and I was full of energy. So again, I wanted to go into meditation. So I sat for meditation. At about 5 o'clock in the evening, I got a call. So it picked up the telephone. Then on the other side, it was Lata. Then she told you to put down the receiver and go out and see me. Then I said, what is happening? I don't know. Then I put the receiver down. I went out. I opened the door and I went out and saw it was pouring down. Rain was pouring down. Then she told, Madam, I want to come and touch your feet. You have asked for rain for the people. And they are so benevolent. Agastya has given this to us. So in the height of summer, there's no sign of rain at all. Until we came home, there was no sign of it. Scorching sun only. But suddenly it rained at 5 o'clock. So I was so very happy, so very surprised. And I came back and took the receiver and she told, I want to come home to you and touch your feet. You are my guru. Whatever you wanted has materialized. I'm so happy and for the benefit of all the people of Europe. So thank you very much. It poured out so much. 1 hour rain was enough to continue for at least 1 week for them. So like that it happened. So thankful to Agastya for giving us the rain. So like that my session ended there.
Yeah.
Wonderful, madam. Wonderful wisdom you got it, and you wish got fulfilled. So why they are suffering? So everything you got a message when you are in the stage of awareness. It's a perfection of third eye means we can. It's only through meditation only we can connect, or else with open eyes also you can connect the wisdom, madam, and we can.
Sometimes with open eyes also I have connected.
Okay.
Last one was when we were with Patriji in Pyramid Valley in his in the room in Pagoda, and when we were all having food. After some time, he started correcting some of the papers. So as I was having food, I was about to finish. I suddenly lost sight of all the things in front of me. Even everything was gone. I suddenly saw a huge Patriji rising out of his body, like Jesus Christ. He had opened both his arms, and a huge robe, white robe was just flowing on him was flowing like anything. He became so huge and he was flying through the sky, into the sky. I saw that is the last vision with open eyes. I told him also. Then he looked deeply into my eyes, just gave a small half smile, and he left it. And that was the indication. I didn't know that he is going to leave his body within a month. I never knew that. It was the last meeting. At the time, I had the vision with open eyes.
With open eyes. Oh. Thank you, madam, for sharing your wisdom today. Prasanna Medisetti from Houston is here to discuss on thinking and destiny. So welcome, Prasanna Garu.
Yeah. Before Prasanna madam can talk, just a few points, madam. See the level of clarity, friends. The detailing of how much she's able to see through the third eye is the learning what we need to see here. For some people, right, they see some kind of flashes, something comes around just like that and goes, right? But if you are continuously meditating, the energy you built in it, that is where the level of clarity you can see. And the example what Madam was explaining, the level of detail and how much deeper she can see is all through that energy, right, Madam? It is only pure energy is what bringing the clarity into it.
At one stage, you will be grabbed by some other energy. You will not be thinking at all. So it becomes like that. So you are so much into it that you are left behind all this, the worldly affairs, everything. You leave behind. So no thought will disturb you at all. It cannot. So it goes like that.
Thank you, Madam. Thank you for sharing, Madam. Excellent.
Do you want me to go ahead, Sarishwara?
Yeah, Prasanna Garu.
Okay. Namaste, both of you. I have a question from the Thinking and Destiny, because I know you have started this book and you did so many sessions on this, right? So the question that I have is like, we know the soul is a permanent and which is not, which travels until it reaches to the destination. But here, Percival brings a new topic saying that the breath form is a constant to the soul. When the soul leaves the body, the breath form also goes with it. And when the soul takes, means when it is in the hibernation, kind of like when it is in its period, like that time also the soul is there in the light world. Sorry, the breath form is there in the light world. And when the soul is again taking the birth, the same breath form unites with the soul. Through the breath of the womb, as the soul goes through the breath of the mom, it goes to the fetus. Similarly, when the soul comes out, at the time of the birth, the breath form, whatever that it left in the previous life, the same breath form comes and attachments comes to the same baby or same soul, right? So can you throw more light, because I have some questions within me. How does it work? Because this is a new concept that I learned only in this book, the breath form concept, right? The soul concept we have been learning in any other books. So can you throw some light on that, ma'am?
Before Rajan starts explaining it, I have one point to make. That is what Percival says about as the breath form. They are only the mind and the intellect, that combination. That is what is even after death, that goes along with the soul. Only the body and some small energies they are remaining here. They are not good enough for you to live a life, ordinary life like this. The major part of the energy goes away. Along with that, the mind also goes up to a certain level, and there it drops. The intellect and mind will drop. That's why you get back that again when the soul travels to that level, it gets back on the mind and the intellect. Then again it comes, and every time it improves. The intellect improves, the mind also gets sharpened. So every time you take a birth, there is only improvement. Because of the life's experience every time, it adds on. And the intellect and the mind, they grow such a lot. Actually, the mind is nothing but the soul itself. So because it unites with that, so there is no separation. So only at the time of death there is separation. Yes, sir.
In fact, as we all know, if we have read through the life history of Buddha, he had tried because he was a true spiritual scientist. So he went into all the experiments possible to evolve a state where the mind could get totally empty. But he did not succeed in the initial stages. But only when he started observing his breath, he realized at last that this is the real purpose and real knowledge that we get, that when we observe the breath, then we are able to make the mind empty. Because all other methods like watching a lamp, seeing a tree, chanting slokas, and being on fast, all these do not give you the purpose of emptying your mind. That ultimate goal of emptying the mind is not achieved unless you watch your breath. So then on, when he started doing meditation under the Bodhi tree, he could see many of his past lives, and he evolved a method to empty the mind. So that is how breath became an important part of his meditation, and he taught the whole world that you can empty your mind only by watching the breath. So even Krishnatnan in his book White Clouds and another book by the name of Breath You Are Alive, that is the name of the book. If you read the book, you will know that as long as you are able to watch your breath and do whatever important work that you are doing, your work will be in absolute perfection. You achieve a state of perfection the moment you watch your breath. Even when you cook, when you do that, the food will taste better, it will be more homely, it will be so much liked by everyone. When you watch your breath and do it, he says you can apply this formula not only for cooking, but also for driving your car, because then the state of awareness is multiplied and you are able to do the best when you are in that state. So breath becomes an important element in each of our lives so that we are able to achieve total awareness and mindfulness with whatever we do. So that is what Harold Percival has also indicated, and he calls it regenerative breathing. Regenerative breathing. Once again, we start generating all the energy possible by watching our breath. Anything else you want?
What is exactly your question, madam?
Mute, okay. No, my question is, he is saying that the breath form is also associated like a soul. The breath form will be there continuously until this soul reaches to the original source. And when the soul is taking that or whatever the thing writes up, because it could be the purgatory period or whatever we call it as, when it is taking rest, this breath form will be there in the light world or a noetic world. It will stay there. When that soul is taking the birth again, the first birth that the soul landing on that first birth, then the same breath form will come and it starts the breath. So I know that soul concept I have understood, and the mind concept, whatever you have explained, the intellect concept, it was so clear. This breath form is the new one that I learned only in this by Harold. So I just want to understand more. That's the thing.
That is everything has got a form. Even if we think breath is only air, we think, but it also has a form. Because when you go deep into meditation, even that breath has got a form. That is what is the reality. So that is why he calls it as a breath form. So that breath form contains the mind and the thinking ability and also the intellect. So both are there. So that will come up to a certain level only. After that, it will stay there in some other lower levels, and then soul will pass on to the level where it has to be there. In the level means other regions, other worlds we call it. So there the soul will remain until it again starts thinking of the next birth and it is ready to take birth. Then at this breath form will be there. It will join that and then come over here. Then as a human being, it will start functioning. That is the doer part of the soul. Okay, the doer part will come onto the earth and enter the fetus, and then it will start working.
That is when it reincarnates.
Yeah. So until that time, the fetus will start breathing only through the mother. Then only the breath form will come and it will start breathing on its own after some time.
So the breath form is of in which form actually? The mind and soul. You mentioned it, right? It is all with the intellect is the nothing but the soul. My mind is nothing but the soul or whatever. But what is that breath form which is separate for each other, right? So how it is?
Yeah,
Is it energy form or what it is exactly? How it will be?
Exactly, energy form. All in the universe are energy forms only. This is also an energy form only, but it has got a form, but you cannot see it with the physical eyes. It has to be seen only through the third eye. So unless you have a perfected third eye, it's difficult to see the energy form. So all energies have got forms, and breath also has got a form, and that can be seen only through the third eye, because it cannot be seen by the physical eye. Is rather difficult to explain in terms of physicality. So if you ask from the point of view of physicality, like mind, if you say mind, it has got, mind is there, but we know that all of us have got a mind, but you can't figure out what is mind, because if you have no shape, no size, it is not an object that can be seen by the eye, physical eye. It's not a physical materialized object. So that is there lies the difference. So it is all very subtle that it has to be experienced through the third eye.
Can I understand when the thought is released, right, by the soul as a doer, when the thought is released, that the thought is stamped again as that particular doer, whether this lifetime or next lifetime, it has to realize it. So this thought form is actually holding somewhere in the light world or in the noetic world, somewhere it is holding up and it is coming back as a stamp. Similarly, the breath form is also like in the same way, the same soul, it is coming back. Can I understand that way?
It's individual consciousness, right? It's a breath form. In percival terms, it's a individual consciousness. Again, it's a.
Even thought is like that, individual, because thoughts are many. It's like a
that's what. Yeah.
But you attract certain thoughts and you entertain that thought. So when you entertain it, when you hold it, when you entertain it along with the breath form, if you take it, then only it gets materialized. If you got the ability to cut it off then and there, and you are not going to entertain certain thoughts, it will never materialize.
But you want it to materialize, then you have to hold it
and entertain that. Think of it so many times, the same thought. Then it gets imprinted into the breath form. Then it gets materialized.
That is why Annie Besant says, if you start holding the thought and then releasing it slowly, it goes into the ethers for getting manifested.
Yeah, here is a question that I'm getting from while I'm doing the thinking and destiny, some of the people, even though they don't want to have the conscious thoughts or consciously, they don't want to entertain certain kind of thoughts. There are thoughts which are random thought, means the thoughts repeatedly, the same thought is coming to their mind. It could be what we should be, how they can nullify those thoughts.
Yes, they should not give any importance to the thoughts which they don't want, and then divert their attention into more fruitful things. That is, let them start teaching meditation. Let them read a book. Let them concentrate more on that. You don't have to push the thought away. Never do that, because it will come back with the even larger force. So don't try to push up. Just bring it down. Don't care for it.
Ignore
and neglect. You should know the art of that. And it also is connected with some karma. Some thoughts keep on coming and they want to get materialized because of your karma. So we can't help it. No? So then at that time, you should be bold enough. Let the thought come, let it materialize, I will face it. That's a sort of mentality you should develop. Yeah. Because you are ready now, here you are born. So whatever comes, you have to face. So that sort of boldness you should create in your mind. So with meditation, with learning, with reading books, and with hearing so many others' experience, definitely the mind becomes very strong, so you can face anything. So that sort of state is very, very ideal. I would only prefer that. So instead of brushing away or ignoring thoughts, welcome every thought. Let it become materialized. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Let us see what happens. Something bad happens. Good and bad are united together. If there is bad today, there may be a good out of that tomorrow. You will never know that. Suppose you miss a bus now on this thing, and that is a bad thing because you can't reach the destination on time. So a passenger who is waiting will really curse his face because the bus has gone. So he's missed it. But at the same time, he will come to know tomorrow that the same bus had met with an accident and so many people got injured. So in that way, he has got a good also. So there is good, some good is also there in bad. That you will not know at that time. After some time, definitely time will show you the good that is there in every bad thing that we think of. Yeah, the event or thought or what.
Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you, madam. So whichever thought it comes, it's manifests. It's a mature thought means it's a manifest. It's beneficial to the society. It's a ignorant thought means again it's a suffering only. It's causes. So it's a matured or immature. It's depend on evolving on the soul.
Beneficial thought or non-beneficial?
Non-beneficial. Yeah.
There are only thoughts that is beneficial and non-beneficial. So non-beneficial you try to avoid, but if the karma is so very high, yes, definitely the thought will pierce into your system and go and deposit itself in the breath form. The karma cannot be erased that way. So, but karma can be erased in other ways. See, they are doing service, doing so many, say, taking sessions like this, coming early in the morning for us, and for you late at night. You sit and then you do so much service. Yeah, you open the great way for others. So that way you nullify yourself.
Thank you, madam. Pratima Dipti, are you here? Just I seen in the chat, do you have a questions? Yeah, please come and ask. Still we have time. Okay, Sheetal. Yeah, Sheetal is here. Yeah, unmute yourself, Sheetal.
Namaste, sir. My name is Sheetal. I am from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I have a question to ask, madam. So, as you expressed it, like in the meditation, I get experiences, but in my dreams, I get experience in a deeper way. Like, it's like, as if I am living there and I'm seeing everything. But what I notice is like in my experience, I see one master continuously, like, 1 week or 2 weeks, every day in my dreams, that particular masters appear. And then I just want to know, like, it happened to me several times. So I do not know why. So you can show.
Yeah, dream is also perfect. That's good enough. If you can see clearly through dreams, some people will develop clarity in dreams. Both are same only. But in dreams, you get less of energy, whereas in meditation, you get more of energy. So it is okay. Both ways it is quite okay. If a master comes regularly and he does something, then he comes there to give you more energy. So you take all the energy, be silent, watch him, and ask him also why he has come, what message he has got for you. So you will be able to, slowly he will be able to, he will tell you. He would have expressed that, but you won't be able to hear right then. After some time, after you gather enough energy, you will be able to hear through the third eye whatever he has said.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shekhar. Pushpa Pocham is here.
Okay.
Now you can unmute.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sirisha. Namaste, madam. Namaste, sir. My name is Pushpa. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Same. So I have many questions, madam, but I'll try to limit for two. So what is the significance of lower chakras? Like, we know this is Agna chakra, that's where it starts. You mentioned that we have to preserve our energy, but there are day to day, like we go many places, we eat, we attract unwanted things and all. So what is the best way to come back? And the other question is, I thought like chakras activation is down to top, but I also heard it's like parallel also. So can you just explain a little bit more on that one?
Yeah, it starts from Mooladhara chakra. Everything starts from there. And then you go up level by level. Your soul develops. As soul develops, the chakra gets activated, more activated. Or as the chakras get more activated and they get more energy, there is no chakra there. Because we come back to the earth plane again in those 6 levels of the soul, then that is called as chakra. Because a chakra means wheel like. So wheel has to come back to its original starting point. So that is, we come back again to earth plane. Once you cross the 6th chakra, that is Agna chakra, and go to the 7th level, then there is no need to come back. That is why the Sahasrara is never called as a chakra. People make a mistake saying that there are 7 chakras. It is wrong. There are only 6 chakras, and 7th is a state of being of the soul. So there is no chakra there. Sorry.
These are all levels at which we develop. So we'll be able to know at which level we are depending on the development of that chakra. Okay. So starting from Mooladhara, it goes right up to Sahasrara.
See, basically what happens when we meditate, a lot of energy comes through the Sahasrara, that funnel through which the whole energy goes inside. Then it finds an upward movement also, because there is only one tube is there through which it can come. So the energy always finds its path. So it starts coming up. So when the Mooladhara chakra is well developed, then with lot of energy, then it goes on to the Swadhisthana, like that it goes on. And then all the 3 chakras have to be very well developed. Then only we have to pass on to the next levels. It will happen like that only naturally. Some people do some chakra meditation in which wrongly they activate some chakras, and because of that the lower chakras are not activated. Because of that they get into so many problems. So even Vishwamitra, sage Vishwamitra, he activated his 3rd eye before activating the 3 lower chakras. So that is why Menaka, Ramba, all these beauties were sent onto the plane for him to develop all those chakras. So those chakras also are very important. They also will have to be developed. We tend to lose our energy in so many negative activities, negative things we hear. We do so many negative activities. We think of so many negative things, and we talk to negative people. Yeah, it happens. But don't worry about all that. In spite of that, you should be able to keep up your energy level up to date. Because of more of meditation, you can do that. When Arjuna asked, how do I meditate? I don't have any time. Then Krishna told, do all your activities during daytime. Nighttime, don't sleep. Sleep in meditation. Whole nighttime you have to spend in meditation. Then only you can gather enough energy to know everything. So that is the solution. No other way. Hard work. No other way. That is a great way.
Yes, madam. Yes. The other question is, what is the significance of waking up every night at the same time? Like I wake up every day at 2:30. It's like every day happens. So
the soul wants you to meditate during the Brahma Muhurta. So
okay.
you have to meditate in order to get the optimum energy. The Brahma Muhurta is from 3:30 to 5:30, they say. That is when the ozone layer comes down. Okay, that is the Brahma Muhurta actually. The ozone layer stays here on this earth at that time. In ozone, you are able to inhale ozone and breathe in ozone. A lot of difference will be there. Instead of oxygen, you will get ozone. It's a pure type of oxygen. So in that stage, yeah, definitely so many activation in the chakra levels and so many other things will bloom up. Your intellect will become sharper and you will be able to know and understand subtle things. So that way you will develop. That is why you are given the chance to wake up at 2 a.m. So wake up and do take bath or do some other activity. Sit exactly at 3 o'clock or 3:30 to 5:30. You should spend it. Then see the difference. 41 days you do that and see the difference for yourself.
Sure, madam. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pushpa. Thank you, madam. Friends, can anyone have any questions or sharing third experiences? Just come on, share here.
Hi, Sirisha garu.
Yeah, Pratima. Yeah.
Sorry, I was rushing to find a place to sit. I'm outside. Forgive me. Ma'am, I have two general questions. So, there are people, when I met people and when they meet Patri sir, so they say that everyone is getting experiences. I am not getting experiences. Why? I always take certain things as challenges. They come up with a lot of questions, but Patri sir end up saying an answer that you are already enlightened in your previous incarnation, madam. So why are you worried about? So when a person is already enlightened, why do they don't find that difference in themselves? Can you please help us understand?
Find what I couldn't see hear that word. They can't find.
Why don't they find? They see that enlightenment changes in themselves. Why do they still? Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is because enlightenment is not a material thing. It's only felt. So definitely they will feel a change in their thinking patterns, in their words, in their actions. Yes, definitely there will be more clarity, less of confusion. Yeah, definitely there will be a difference. They will be like that. Yeah, some people will not be able to recognize that because they already are there. It is there. They cannot recognize it separately. We were already enlightened in the previous incarnation, then you don't have to do. So, regarding that, Rajan sir will explain. There are two types of meditation.
See, there is a general tendency among our friends to think that if I do not have an experience, I have not developed enough. But or probably because they have not done enough meditation. That is also another reason. But then getting experience is not the only barometer or is not the only meter to help you know that you are developed. For this, you have to read a lot of books, and if you read the books of Carlos Castaneda, Fire from Within, Power of Silence, Separate Reality, all these books are there. So in these books, it is very clearly indicated that there are two types of people who are meditating. One type is known as dreamers. Dreamers are people who get a lot of experiences. They keep on getting third eye experiences, like possibly madam. And there are other people who do not get experiences, or at the most they get experiences which are very good, but it may be hard. You can count them. Listen, it may be hardly 2 or 3 in a year or so. So that doesn't mean one is good, one is bad, or one is bad and one is good. Yeah. So there also there is evolution among both of them, because the one who is called a dreamer is able to know very clearly about so many facts, so many things, because he or she starts getting messages from other masters too. Whereas the other person who does not get experiences, who is known as stalker, Stalker.
The meaning of stalker in local terms is different, but what he means is the other type who do not have any dreams, that is, any experience in meditation. They are called as stalkers.
The stalker is essentially a person who is involved in organizing activities and doing good to society by means of assembling people, publicizing the material regarding spirituality, etc., and doing good things. Okay. So, but the stalker cannot be ignored because he is important to spread the message of meditation throughout the world. So, stalkers and dreamers both coexist to make this place a heaven on earth. So, it is our job to entertain both and to understand that if we are not getting experiences, we are still doing so much work to facilitate humanity to become evolved. You want to add anything?
Yeah, the stalkers, there also in stalkers, there are two types are there. First one, without any third-day experience, can be, that is a newcomer who doesn't have who meditates very well and doesn't have any experiences. So he keeps on doing service by organizing programs, organizing so many Zoom sessions, and then contacting people and making people meditate. All these things he does. He does a lot of work, social work, spiritual work. That way he is satisfied. But he is not a dreamer. But after some time, he will also become a dreamer. That is, he will get some experiences. And after that, he will understand. Then the second stalker is born. Because one who has already had so many experiences will be able to understand the experience of others. That in that incarnation, he may not get any experience by himself. But in the previous incarnations, he would have got so many experiences that he understands perfectly well what a third eye is. At that stage, that stalker even goes beyond third eye. He goes to the fourth eye level. So that is how Patriji was. He was when he was in the physical body, he was like that. Even now he is. So he's a fantastic. It's an example of a second type stalker. That is, he understands perfectly well all the third eye experiences, and also he is able to spread the message and help humanity. That is the work of a stalker.
You can unmute yourself, Pratima.
Pushpa.
Sorry, yeah, because awesome, ma'am. Thank you so much, because I see many people come and have this information from Patri sir, but they find themselves that, okay, why I don't see that, but I'm sure many of them will get answer now.
Very good.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir.
Thank you, Pratima. Madam, we have a last question in meeting.
Yes, you go ahead.
Yeah, please. Yeah, unmuted Pushpa.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, my husband have a question, so he wants to ask the question to you.
Okay.
Hello, Master.
Hello.
Myself, I'm Damodar. So I'm not a meditator, but like I just like did 2 sessions. One is the 40 days of Chandra sir, and another one I did the inner journey, but it's not completely finished. But I'm able to connect to the souls sometimes, and Then, like recently, I see Patri sir in my dreams, and is handing over either a book or some property. I mean, the property means like some kind of material, and and other related things are coming up into my dreams. Like I saw like Patriji and the pyramid and Lord Shiva at a time at one place. So what is like related to me? I'm not a meditator at all. I'm not into this course.
There is no need to be a meditator at all, actually. If you get all the experiences by yourself in dreams or otherwise, then that is good enough. Meditation only is a method to get all those things. If you are naturally getting all those things, then you should have had so many experiences in your past years. You would have been a great meditator in your past life. Because of that, also it continues into this Janma also, in this birth also. So continue, it doesn't matter. But if you put in a little effort and try to meditate a bit, then the things will be more clear. All the answers will come to you directly. Instead of asking anybody, there will not be any question at all in your mind, because everything will get raw and to your satisfaction. Then you will get the perfect answer from yourself, because everything is there in you. So you have to only unfold that. So that is done only through meditation. So put some effort and find some time, and then try to meditate, and things will be much better for you. All clarity will happen. So even however much I tell you, there will be a small part of this thing, confusion there in your mind, because the question will be there. It will not be completely answered. Whereas if your higher self or yourself answers everything to your mind, then mind will become clear and it will become perfect. There will not be any confusion, there will not be any question. So wait for that, continue. You start doing meditation. Your Mrs. is a great meditator. You can learn from her, and both of you together, if you meditate, very good energies will be there, and the whole atmosphere in your house will change. You can have a very good this thing. Together you can
enjoy your life.
Join your.
You can also see
join in meditation. That will be very good. Both of us join together in meditation for 25 years, and the 25 years are the best years in our life. So we are the example for that. So together, if you meditate, nothing more than that. Yeah, that is even individual meditation. That also has to be done, but together.
In fact, you should listen to a lot of speakers over Zoom, especially. In fact, yesterday we completed 33 days of wisdom sessions through the IFSS, International Federation of Spiritual Societies, which is an organ of the PSSM. So, ifss.co.in, you will be able to get all the knowledge, all the information, and participate in all the Zoom sessions which take place, and by different masters who narrate their own experiences, so that we are able to get greater clarity. That is what we are wanting to right now from what you said. That is what I could understand. So you will get greater clarity on so many issues about why such things happen. Learn about the law of karma, learn about the law of attraction. So many things are there. These are going to be covered in shortly from 16th of July. There will be so many sessions, fortnightly sessions. You can participate in the Zoom also and raise questions.
Nearly about the same time.
About the same time, 6 o'clock.
Some half an hour difference. And I am so happy that we have had the experience of Shiva, Pyramid and Patriji together.
Yeah.
I'm so happy. So congratulations for that. All the best wishes. You will get more and more clarity about it. Because don't ask for your clarity on your experience, please. Because nobody can tell. Only you. Nobody can tell. That will never be to the point at all. Because I have not seen your experience, whereas only you have seen yourself through your study. So when whatever it is, even if I explain that will not be perfect. So to get answers, you depend upon you. Yeah, rely upon yourself. Your meditation, your energies will give you the proper answer.
Yeah, I'm enjoying my dreams actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because like I had a liver transplant last year, so major surgery in last August. So after that, like the thinking and everything has been changed towards me, like the dreams and so it's completely changed. So I see a lot of change over myself.
Very
Who
good.
knows, you might for all purposes have become a walk-in.
Yeah.
And to
Probably.
understand what is walk-in, watch my session on IFSS,
Mhm.
probably on 15th of July, it would be there, but that is in the evening time. Okay.
Mhm.
But later on you will get,
Later on, you
they'll
can get it
upload
on
in the
YouTube. You can come on YouTube.
You can see that. Walk-ins, yeah, it's very important because you said you undergone a surgery.
Yeah.
So you at that time would have been walking.
Because Patriji was a walk-in. In fact, we are all
Yeah,
walk-ins
we are
in
all
our
walk-ins.
family. All of
Yeah,
us are
so-
walk-ins.
Mhm.
And you know how it happens. Yeah.
So it is
Understand
very
the
good.
concept. Read the book Strangers Among Us by Ruth Montgomery. Okay. And Dolores Cannon, Conversations with the Body.
So many books are there.
Read these books, you will understand what a walk-in is. Possibly you are a walk-in. That's what I wanted to say. So wish you all the best in your
All the
endeavor.
best wishes for both of you. Start meditating together.
Sure, Master. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pushpa. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. It was great. You have a lot of patience and time. Like early morning, you have given so many insights for us, and we are also happy to have you here on this platform. I wish we had more time, and we will definitely happy to get you back into this platform sometime again.
You can get to know more if you access our website, IFSS websites, and also participate in the Zoom programs which are held. Till yesterday, we had it in the morning between 6 and 8, but possibly from 15th of July, it will be in the evenings when you will have a Telugu session as well as English sessions. Okay.
We will come again in this session.
We'll
We
be
feel
coming.
like we can again come. This is going to be for a month-long session, no? 41 days. How many days session this is?
Every Wednesday it will go, madam. It's open discussions with Pyramid Master. So it's every Wednesday will be there. So your
Oh.
available time, we can allot the session.
That's
If people want, many people want answers,
Yes,
you
sir.
get them and then one Wednesday if you tell us and if both of us, it is convenient for both of us, we'll come on.
Definitely, madam. Thank you so much.
okay. All the best.
All the
Thank you.
best.
Thank you.
So much for your onward sessions. All the best.
So before ending this session, I also have an announcement. Next Wednesday, we'll be back with the second episode. The topic would be Importance of Inner Work for Spiritual Growth by QLU Masters Harika and Pawan. So I'm happy to announce this, and let's all meet next Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. EST, same time.